Here's a quick question. How many points do you think you're going to get out of the next couple of games? We have got Plymouth, Huddersfield, Millwall, and also West Bromwich Albion. For me personally, I'm going to go for 12 points. I think we'll win every single game.
Subscribe to Giles and Steve.
Alright everybody, welcome back to another video on the channel. In this one, we're going to be talking about Patrick Roberts' new deal, a mint shirt giveaway we've got just for years, because we're the channel that likes to give back to people that watch, and also briefly talk about the Birmingham game. But before we get on with the rest of the video, I'd dig us a massive favour. Hit the thumbs up, it does really mean a lot to me and Stephen. And subscribe. I'm telling you now, it appears to be a subscriber. More information, just wait for the rest of the video. Right, Paddy Roberts, he signed a new deal up to 2026 with the option of a further year. I'm absolutely out of the moon with this one. It puts to bed the rumours early on in the window that he wanted to leave to Southampton, and there was unrest amongst certain Sunderland players since Ross Stewart left. Players wanted to be gone, basically. Now, I think that's a lot of shit, and I'm going to put blame on a certain somebody. I'm not going to mention any names, but if you go on social media, you know who's getting the blame. Certain football agent. Now, I'm over the moon that Roberts has signed, and listen, he's got bags and bags of ability. The way the ball sticks to his feet and he glides past players, it's class to watch. Listen, I know he hasn't had the best of seasons now, like his goals per game, obviously he hasn't scored yet, and also his assist hasn't been up there. If you want to, I didn't like to do this, but if you want to compare him to Jack Clark numbers, Roberts, he's just hasn't been up to scratch, and he's, an assist I like to look at is, which gets overlooked, is chances created. And Roberts is, he's up there for chances created, and we've all seen what he can bring to the team. I think it was his goal against Watford, I'm going to say, at home. And anyway, by putting the top corner from right out. And who can forget the goal against Sheffield Wednesday?
Driven in by Clark and forced in by Patrick Roberts.
Down at their place, what sent us to Wembley. We kind of forget them things. And listen, he is a bit of a favourite of Mowbray, and Mowbray can see what he can bring to the table. Another thing you've got to credit the ownership and Speakman to tying down the players like Roberts. Oh, they do believe Roberts can contribute enough to get us to the Premier League. They think he's an important player, as does Roberts himself. He's even said that he believes that Sunderland can get the Premier League, and he can get the Premier League with Sunderland, more importantly. So for me, this is a really good sign that Sunderland are tying down players. Now we're just waiting on Jack Clark to sign a new deal, and it's never been known for quite a while. Sunderland are tied players down. We'll always let the contracts run down and they're gone for free, or we're selling our young, hungry, talented players at an early stage in the development in their career, which now it's totally opposite of what we're doing, and I'm really happy with where the direction the club's gone. You've got to look at it. These players are playing with no fear when they're on the pitch. They're young, they want to impress, and they are digging that at the minute. We're 6 points better off than last season at this point in the season. So that's just credit to the board and the direction they're taking the club in. We're improving. So I know it's only 6 points, but listen, that's gone without a striker scoring. And that brings us nicely onto the Birmingham game. Now Birmingham, listen, we beat them comfortably in my opinion. Yes, the goal what they scored was sloppy play, and I'm going to get onto the sloppy play in a bit. But I thought Ekwa probably had one of the worst games he's had at Sunderland shirt. He conceded possession far too many times for my liking. Then Dan Neil, he could be partially to blame for their goal. And the two centre-halves, their positioning was all over the shop. But I tell you what, that player, Miyoshi, oh my God, he was really good for them, I thought, most of the game. Very direct, got in the box, took his chance really well. He had a lot of pace as well, I thought. Now another thing, briefly, I want to talk about is the referee. Listen, Bakuna, was he terrible? Was he a dirty player? Or was he just playing to the whistle? And if the referee's going to allow him to make them fouls and persistent, constant fouls, he's going to carry on digging it, isn't he, really, basically? But the referee could have easily given 3 yellow cards for the amount of tackles he did on just Patrick Roberts. But one player I'd like to highlight is Hume. He did get himself booked for it, but he booted Bakuna up a height. and he went out and given words on the floor after as well. That was probably because of the amount of fouls he'd been digging on our Sunderland players, and he could have easily injured Roberts. That's, you know, late tackles he was putting in on our players. But the referees, Wayne Rooney, after the game, was critical of the referees, and listen, so were we. And we won that game. They were terrible all game, you're not going to lie. But look, listen, that victory there put us comfortably back into the top 6. I'm saying comfortably, it's on goal difference. But nonetheless, it was nice to get a win leading into the international break after them defeats. I know we drew against Swansea. We probably should have won that game, but we found it hard to beat a team that were down to 10 men and sit in. Listen, that springs Cardiff to mind as well. It was a similar situation. We lost that game. Like I say, the Swansea game could have been a hell of a lot worse, but we did manage to get the, get the draw. We should have probably won that game. Well, I know we should have won that game, but nonetheless, points better than nought. Now, a few players I do want to talk about in this game is Meander. I know we've only seen him briefly, but what we did see of him, it excited me. I thought he was very strong, physical. He was direct as well, which we have missed quite a lot. A lot of our players has been reliant on Jack Clark. Like, we give the ball to Clark and he does make things happen. And without these goals, we would be comfortably in the bottom half of the table. So the rumours regarding how much would you tack for Clark, I'm sick of fucking hearing them. I'm sick to death of saying, how much would you tack for Clark? Would 20 million be enough? No, it wouldn't for me. Because, like I said, if you take these goals away from the team and the fact that nobody else is scoring, he's too valuable to the club at the minute. He's too valuable to the team. Our position in the league would look a hell of a lot worse if you took these goals away. So for me, no, we can't even sell him. Would you sell him if Ahmad come into the team? No. Why would I want to do that? Bring Ahmad into the team, and that could see us push for the top 2. Leicester are starting to drop points now, so if we can add a few additions to this team and the strikers start scoring goals, and I really do believe Rosen. Listen, look at the goal what Rosen scored with the little I wish the little flick what he done for then Job to tap it in. It was absolutely outstanding. That little cushion header. He knows where the back of the net is, and you can tell he's a striker, and you can tell he's played there numerous times in the Ukraine. You can just see it on the pitch, and it will come for him. It's just a matter of time. But look. If Mowbray wanted to switch formations and gone 2 up top, imagine him and Meander up top. Oh my God. And then you've got Adil Ouchish. He scored. Jack Clark assisted a ball at the box, put it in. He looks really good. Like, he looks hungry. Like I say, they're all young and hungry, but he does when he's on the pitch. And like I love it is when a player's direct. When they pick that ball up and they run at the defence, because sometimes the defence didn't know which way to turn. And he can drop the shoulder and beat the player. So for me, it's going to be a bit of a headache for Mowbray now. Who does he bring in? Who does he leave out? The defence, I thought, Triantis and Silt, sometimes the positioning was off, but listen, you can put that down to how many little minutes they've had on the pitch, how raw they are, and after that, the nervy first 5, 10, 15 minutes, they've done well after that, so you've got to give them credit as well. Right now, the shirt giveaway. Good news for years that watch, the people that have subscribed to the channel. We like to give back. We always do on this channel. We've got 3 shirts. I think I've got an Inter Milan one. We've got a Brazil one. And now a Sunderland one. The Anonymous Away Kit. Like I say, we like to give back to people that watch. So if you can, do us a favour. Go and share and like the post I've put on Twitter. And also be a subscriber. That's the only way you're going to get this shirt. That's it. We'll be going through people who haven't subscribed. You'll not be getting it. So it's simple as that. So easy. So that's about it from me. See you in the next video. Cheers for watching.